I'm Patrick Byers, Horticulture Field Specialist with University of Missouri Extension, and I'll be talking about personal protective equipment today for the Produce Food Safety Report. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is equipment that is designed to protect the person who is mixing and applying sanitizers. Keep in mind always that the sanitizer label will include the information that is needed to understand PPE and its use.
The sanitizer label that we just consulted required the use of chemical-resistant coveralls over long-sleeve shirt and long pants, the use of chemical-resistant gloves, non-absorbent footwear, and also a face shield or goggles. So let's go ahead and don our protective equipment. We'll first start by putting on the chemical-resistant coveralls. We'll next put on our chemical-resistant boots. There's also a requirement to wear socks. Make sure that the cuffs of the coveralls go over the boots. We'll place our face shield in front of our eyes, and then we'll don our chemical-resistant gloves. We now have in place all of the personal protective equipment that is needed to comply with the label. But most importantly, we now have the protective equipment on that will keep us safe when using the sanitizer in its undiluted form.
Recently, University of Missouri Extension and Kansas State University presented a cleaning and sanitizing webinar. The recording of this webinar is available from the Kansas State University Produce Food Safety website. So do a quick search, you'll find that recording there. The webinar included information on selecting a sanitizer, reading a sanitizer label, proper use of personal protective equipment, how to clean and sanitize food contact surfaces, understanding ATP analysis, and how to monitor sanitizing solution concentration. Two programs are currently in place to support produce growers in both Missouri and Kansas. There's a free water testing program available for produce growers, and there's also a GAPS cost share program available to help offset the cost of a GAPS audit. For more information on either of these programs, reach out to Dr. Lana Nwadike, University of Missouri Extension State Produce Food Safety Specialist, or Patrick Byers, Horticulture Field Specialist. Information is also available on the University of Missouri Extension Produce Food Safety website. Two workshops are scheduled for produce growers. The first is a Food Safety Modernization Act Produce Safety Grower Training. This will be by remote delivery. It's scheduled for November 5th, 2020. This is the mandatory training for farms that are subject to the FSMA Produce Safety Rule. The workshop will run from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. There's also a GAPS Food Safety Plan workshop. This too will be online November 12th, 2020 from 3 o'clock to 5 p.m. For more information or to register for these workshops, check out the Kansas State University Produce Food Safety website or contact Dr. Lana Nwadike. Remember that if you have any questions related to produce food safety, feel free to reach out to the horticulture field specialist that is assigned to your county. Find your county of residence and find the appropriate specialist. If you live in a county that doesn't have an assigned specialist, reach out to the one that's closest to you. I'm sure they'll be happy to help.